The State Department is urging U.S. citizens to avoid traveling to Venezuela. And if you're already there, you got to leave now. NewsNation's Xavier Walton is following this for us closely. And Xavier, militias are now a big concern.
Markie, good morning. Yeah, they are. So the travel warning for Venezuela is still at a level 4 out of 4. And the State Department's wording here, they did not mince words. Essentially, they are being very blunt. It says all U.S. citizens or anyone with U.S. residency status in Venezuela should leave the country immediately, before warning not to travel to Venezuela for any reason at all. A security alert issued by the U.S. Embassy in Caracas this weekend, repeating that same exact message, specifically pointing to armed groups, like you mentioned, including pro-government militias known as colectivos, who are setting up roadblocks and searching vehicles. While the Trump administration doesn't believe that there are, bounties on Americans, they are urging extreme caution.
The man who runs those militias is Diosdado Cabello, who is the Minister of the Interior. Is he ordering the hunting of Americans?
Not that we are aware of, but we should be cautious. Look, this is, as they say, 8 days into a change of leadership there. The interim authorities are trying to establish power. Colectivos have been running wild over Venezuela for over a decade.
Right.
What you've got to prevent in the meantime is a collapse of the nation. And I think the strong moves we're making right now is to influence the people with the guns today, which is part of a process.
Bottom line for Americans watching, this is not new policy drama. This is a dire warning to get out now, rooted in security and limited U.S. capability on the ground there in Venezuela.
And Xavier, we're also starting to get more details about the overwhelming force that was used to capture Maduro. What more are we learning on that front?
Markie, we are. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt sharing on social media with an X post from California conservative activist Mike Netter of an alleged transcript of an interview, with a member of the Venezuelan security forces loyal to Maduro. In that post, the so-called security guard claims that around 20 U.S. troops killed hundreds of Venezuelans and used sonic weapons during the attack. The guard allegedly said, quote, it was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, and this is very graphic, obviously, unable to move. Now it's really important to note here that NewsNation has not been able to independently verify the veracity of this person's claims. This is all coming from that post shared by the White House press secretary. Meantime, President Trump, he may be already eyeing his next target, and it's perhaps Venezuela's most crucial ally in the Western Hemisphere, Cuba. Yep, you heard that right. The president has been sending strong warnings to Havana and the Castro regime ever since Maduro's capture, urging them Sunday to make a deal before it's too late. Now, whether that warning turns into a foreign policy or a real diplomatic channel, it's still anybody's guess, since the president isn't necessarily spelling out what a deal with Cuba would look like. Markie.
We will wait and see. Xavier Walton, thanks so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.